Okay, welcome to the second module now. Okay, we'll see about the modern currencies. You have been using modern currencies. You're using currency notes, you're using coins to complete a transaction. When you go about buying goods, okay, when you're buying your necessity products in a market, you're either giving them the paper notes or you're giving the coins. So, the use of paper notes and coins, these are relatively inexpensive metals. Okay, and also remember that it is not having any value of its own, but instead it is having value only because it is being authorized by the government of our country. The central government is authorizing the use of money, currency notes and coins. Okay, and in India, you very well know that RBI is issuing the currency notes. It is issuing the currency notes on behalf of the central government, and as per the Indian law, okay, no other individual or organization is allowed to use, to go about, not use, I mean to issue the currency notes. Nobody is having the authority to go about issuing the currency notes. Nobody is having the authority to go about printing the currency notes. Black money, fake money and all, it's a very great wrong if you are going about doing such an act. Only the RBI is having the authority to do that. Okay, earlier what did I tell you all? I told you about barter system. Is barter system prevailing now? It is not. Why? Because modern currency has come into existence. Okay, in barter system, what did I say? A good is being exchanged with another good. So, what is the essential feature of barter system? There is double coincidence of wants. Okay, but with the coming of modern currency notes, you're seeing that money is eliminating the need of double coincidence of wants. Oh, okay, and money is enabling us to exchange in the exchange process. Since it is helping us in the exchange of process, we are calling it as a medium of exchange. Clear, everybody? So in India, RBI is issuing the currency notes on behalf of the central government, and no individual in India can legally refuse any payment made in rupees. If I buy a good from you and I give you the currency note or I give you the coins, it is a must that you have to accept it. Okay, so no individual in India can legally refuse a payment which is made in rupees. Clear, everybody, about modern currency notes? Now next we'll go about talking about deposits with the banks. Okay, deposits with the bank. You know that when we have excess money, where do we go and keep? We keep it in the bank. Why do we keep it in the bank? Because it is very safe. Clear. So bank is the right place for us to keep the money. And not only that, we may also approach the bank for taking loan, or we give the term as credit. Now, why will an individual take credit? Because the person is very badly in need of money. Okay, suppose if I take loan from the bank, I am the borrower and the bank is the lender. Okay, remember these terms. When you buy a product from the market, you are known as a consumer. Clear? So, deposits with the bank, when we are bank deposits, are also known as demand deposits. I'll tell you in detail about it later on. Okay, when we deposit with the bank, we are an account. So it's not that easy to deposit money in the bank. You should have an account with the bank. Okay, now banks, what do? They accept the deposits and also they pay an amount as interest on the deposits. Interest is given to us because my money is kept with the bank. What does a bank do with our money? The bank will give the money to the people who are in need of it. Those who come and ask for it, they will be given the money in the form of loan, and obviously bank is going to charge interest from them. So the bank is giving me interest on my deposits, and the bank is going to charge interest on the loans which the borrower will take from the bank. Okay, so we are seeing that the bank deposits with the bank, the it's also known as demand deposits.